So there's our pond. You can see how the lilies are doing. And in front of our pond, we got this tree right here. This is our jujube. Now the jujube is also known as the Chinese date tree. And I'll explain that in a moment. You'll notice it's got some thorns in there, which, yeah, those aren't always the fun part of this tree. But this is a great tree for the desert. As you can see, it's put on quite a bit of growth this year in the heat of the summer. But for now, let's talk about this. So when I first got him, he was about 5 feet tall, and then I goofed up when I accidentally snapped this guy out right there. I don't know. Okay, focus where I want you to. Focus right here. There we go. Stop focusing on the bricks behind me. Focus on my hand. There you go. You can see, okay, it does not want to focus on it. You can see it barely if I keep my hand in the frame. But anyway, so that was right when I got it 2 years ago. And it put on tiny bits of growth, just barely leaving it. And then all the way down here, I decided, hey, this looks like a good spot to grow from. And it grew this year, and this is all this year's growth. This entire trunk right here is all this year's growth. And you can see it going all the way up where the stem kind of gets all bent because it hit the shade cloth. Anyway, but just to take a look at, we're going to climb up here real quick. I want you to see this. Check out these. Those are little flowers. It is flowering. Now, the reason why they call it the Chinese date tree is because when it flowers, its fruit looks like a little apple, and it doesn't finish ripening. Well, it continually ripens, always. And so once it's ripened past apple stages, it gets to the point where it gets softer and sweeter until it looks like a date, and it is pretty much a date from a different tree. Anyway, versus those trees back there, which are real date trees. Speaking of, check this out. We actually have some dates on these trees. So this date tree right here actually has some dates forming. And these dates right here are medjool, which means they're probably about half size right now. They'll get there. Hey. Cool morning of 90-something degrees in Mesquite, Nevada.